guys, welcome back to the Six Side Calcio Podcast. Today it'll be only myself and Danny. The other boys are busy today. I know Joe has work and Francesco has other commitments to make. So Danny, what's going on, bro?
Not much, you, bro?
Everything's good. Not Roma-wise, but in life, in general, it's been good.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, so we had some good matches this past weekend instead. Yeah, some exciting ones. And we'll get into them. So I'd like to talk about Lazio Milan first, if you don't mind. That was an unexpected result, I guess you can say. Milan came away with a 3-0 victory. Çalhanoğlu played really well. He scored a nice goal as well, the first one. Ibrahimovic scored the second goal in a penalty that Strakosha should have had 100%. I don't know what he did there. And then you have Ante Rebic continuing his scoring spree since he's come back. And even before that, he was playing well. He scored as well. Bonaventura, I was glad to see him play well as well. I think got an assist as well.
Yeah, he got the assist on the Rebic goal.
Yeah, so he got that too. And overall, it was a good performance from Milan. I feel like Lazio didn't play terrible. I just think they didn't take as many shots as Milan. I think Lazio, they had the case of waiting for the perfect opportunity too much. They didn't just take what they had. And I think Milan was more ambitious. They tried more things, and it worked out for them. They didn't just wait for a perfect ball in the box. You saw Çalhanoğlu's goal outside the box, beautiful, and stuff like that. I think Lazio was too reserved in their risk management. I think they just waited too much, and they got punished. It was a good match. For Lazio, it's a devastating blow because obviously they were right behind Juventus. They still are relatively close, but not really. Juve is really pulling away now. I think one more loss for Lazio, and I think it's basically going to be over. It probably already is, but you never know. And, Milan played really well. Calabria did a good job. I really liked him. Biglia came on in the last minute there. He had a few nice plays. I'm not the biggest fan of Biglia, though. And but when Calabria came on, I really liked how he played. I think he did a really good job. And I like him as a player as well. Just injuries seem to get to him a lot.
Yeah.
Ibrahimovic was fantastic. For what he had to do, he did well.
First came back, too, I think. First came back since the injury.
Well, he played against Spal, Ibra.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, he played against Spal, but he didn't start, though. First game starting back. And, Donnarumma didn't really have too much to do, but he played well when he had to. He did his role. Didn't have to do anything spectacular. And overall, good performance from Milan and devastating for Lazio.
Yeah, no, I agree. You went into good detail for the game. I just feel like Milan they were the better side. Lazio, you could tell they were missing Immobile and Caicedo. It seemed like their attack was not present. Without Immobile and also Caicedo, who's a good backup to have for Lazio and probably a good backup to have for any other team in the league. I give Milan a lot of credit. I didn't expect them to win this game especially by 3-0. I expected it to be close. Milan took it to Lazio. Çalhanoğlu got a nice goal to begin the game. Ibra got the lucky penalty shot that went in. And Rebic, again, continues to perform, and he did a wonderful job in the second half, getting the goal. And I like the way Bonaventura played as well. I'm a fan of Bonaventura. I always like the way he plays. I think he's a good player. That was just ruined by injuries as well. Calabria did a nice job, like Enzo said, when he came in for Conte in the 72nd minute. And, just Lazio, I think the title race is over. This was a huge loss. And especially the way Lazio's been playing lately, they haven't been looking like themselves. I know they had a few results come back, like a comeback victory or whatever. And then that loss, too, to Atalanta was huge as well. And I just feel like Lazio, they're slowly but surely slipping. And who knows, maybe Lazio might not even finish second or third this year. They might finish fourth or even third. Maybe Atalanta can sneak in and get that second place. It's going to be an interesting last few games of the season, and just to see where everyone's going to stand at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. The results of Juventus and Torino on Saturday's match day. Juventus-Torino, the derby della Mole. It was a good match for Juventus, at least. Belotti continued scoring, so I'm happy. I'm a huge Belotti fan. Even though it was a penalty, I'm still happy he finished it. I'm a huge Belotti fan. I think he's a great player. I said every podcast, and just needs a better team around him. Dybala, to me, was a star again. I think Dybala has probably been Juve's best player ever since coming back from the break. I think he's been fantastic. He's been scoring. He's been moving much better. His dribbling's improved. Cuadrado also had a good game. Ronaldo also played a nice ball to Cuadrado, scored. Yeah, it was a good game for Juve. I think you should be happy if you're Juventino because when they first came back against the likes of Milan and Napoli, scoring-wise, they struggled a lot. And now these last couple of games, they've been scoring, I think, like 2, 3, 4 goals a game. So they've been scoring much more, and that's a good thing for Juve's fan base and the team. And they're, I think, most important for Juve right now, they basically have the Scudetto on lock. I think they really need to build momentum going into the Champions League because, in my opinion, this is Juve's best chance to win it. I know the team isn't the best compared to past seasons, but there is a lot of one-off games now. I think there's 4, Danny, 4 one-off games in the Champions League now.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so 4. So I think playing one leg, actually, I don't know. I think it does favor Juve, though, because I feel like beating a team like Barcelona or something is harder to do over 2 legs than one. One leg, you might just have the better day. You saw in past years when Juve won 3-0 against Barca. So I think it does help Juve more. I don't think they have the team to perform over 2 legs. So I think there's one-off game that really helps them. And they're building momentum. They did well, and they got the 3 points.
Yeah. Just a quick shout out to Buffon. Congratulations on your 648th appearance.
Yeah.
That's the most of any player in the Serie A, beating Maldini. And yeah, just get back to the Juve Torino game. Juve dominated Torino. It's just, if you're a Torino fan, you have to be a little bit concerned that they might get relegated. At least Belotti scored, so that's I don't know if that's a little hope or positive out of the game for if you're a Torino fan. But again, Dybala was phenomenal. I feel like he was probably the best player on the pitch. Strong game by guys like Cuadrado and also Ronaldo, who got the free kick goal. That was a nice goal. Yeah, there's not much to talk about for this game because Enzo went into really good detail on the game. And it was a 4-1 game for Juve. Big win for Juventus, getting closer and closer to the Scudetto. And if you're Torino, you just gotta hope and at least get a few more results coming in the up and coming weeks to potentially stay in the Serie A, which it's going to be hard for them to do, but I feel like they could.
Yeah, well said. Also the same day, Sassuolo beat Lecce 4-2, so that was a big win for Sassuolo, continuing, they're playing really well recently, so I'm happy for them.
Yeah, their attack is like really well too.
Yeah, really well. Really good. I also like to get into Bologna-Inter. Inter, I don't know what's been going on. It was a really good game, yeah, very good game. Inter's been on the decline since the break. They've had a couple good moments, like winning 6-0 against Brescia, and then they played Bologna and they're home, and they lost 2-1. So, yeah, very disappointing. Lukaku scored, so I think it's his 20th goal now. Been having a good first season in the Serie A. Yeah, Barrow scored as a player. I think I mentioned him last year to you guys in the chat we have. I really like Barrow. He's good.
Mm-hmm. Former Atalanta player.
Yeah. He came on the bench, remember. He played like 2 minutes, scored, and then got hurt. And then got subbed off. Remember that game. And Juwada, he's had a really nice story. So
yeah.
He's 19 years old, I believe. 19 or 20?
Yeah, 19 years old. Moved to Italy at the age of 14. Both his parents, I think, passed away, if I remember seeing. And he was adopted by his coach, I think the youth coach of Bologna. Really nice story for him, especially getting the goal against Inter, like who's a powerhouse, and they actually have great history behind them. Congratulations to him for getting your first career Serie A goal.
Yeah, congrats to him. That was huge, and overall, not just the goal, he played really well the whole game.
He changed the game.
Yeah, he changed the whole game when he came on. So, yeah, he did well from when he came on to the end. Lautaro Martinez has been on a drought. He hasn't scored in, I think, 5 games now.
Yeah, he's been invisible since the return. Since they returned to play, he's been really invisible.
Yeah, he also missed the penalty. Well, I didn't miss it, but it was saved. So yeah, that he should have put away. And yeah, overall, he's struggled a lot. I feel like Conte, I think his biggest issue has been managing substitutions because he made, I think, like, 4 subs or something in the last, like, 5 minutes. It was crazy. Yeah, I don't know why he would wait that long, but yeah, he made 4 substitutions in the last 5 minutes of the game. I don't know why he waited for, Bologna to take the lead to make a sub and make a change. So I think Conte has gotten everything wrong. I feel like he's complaining too much about saying, oh, I need this player, I need that player. I think Conte just needs to fix. You know what? He just has to deal with what he has. Honestly, I was gonna say fix. I don't think that's a problem. He's just complaining too much and has to do better with what he has.
Yeah, no, it's like Inter. They have a good side. They have a good squad, and Conte's still complaining like he needs this player, needs that, whatever. And for me, I think, I think he's like really pissed off now. Even Marotta, he's really pissed off at like the way Conte's like complaining and stuff. And it's just Inter's in a little funk, like right now, especially like, what was I gonna say? Like they just had a really bad game, really poor. Juara came off the bench and dominated the game. He took over. Even got the foul, drew a foul on Bastoni that led to his second yellow. And Bologna, gotta give them a lot of credit. They played really well. I wasn't expecting. Honestly, this was probably the upset of the upset of the week, the match day. Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to also a guy, Nicolas Dominguez, who I really like as well. He played really well. He was controlling the midfield for Bologna, setting up plays, setting up to the strikers and forwards. And yeah, Bologna played really well, and I'm happy to see that they got a big result after struggling these past few matches.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, big win for Bologna. Shout out to them. Atalanta also had a really nice win against Cagliari. It wasn't like a classic Atalanta win. They won 1-0. Muriel put away a penalty.
Yeah.
But it was a win they needed, and yeah, shout out to Atalanta. And some other matches from Sunday were Brescia-Verona. Brescia won 2-0 against Verona. You also had Parma-Fiorentina. Fiorentina came away with a 2-1 victory. And also, I just want to say back to the Cagliari Atalanta game, shout out to Giovanni Simeone. He scored, but it was disallowed. But he's been on fire, like Danny's been saying, since he came back, so shout out to him.
Yeah, I remember on one podcast I said that this goal could potentially like be a breakout for him. He was having a good season. Then he went in a little slump, and it seems like he's catching his form. Even though the goal that he scored was ruled offside, I still think he played really well. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, Atalanta got a win," but if you watch the game, you can tell that Cagliari didn't make it easy for them. They were battling hard, and I think Cagliari arguably were the better side. Just got unlucky with the offside goal. And I think Atalanta, they didn't play too well this game. They got the result, which is the most important thing. But for me, I feel like Cagliari were the better side during this game.
Yeah, agreed. They also had Sampdoria with, well, to me, I found it surprising, a 3-0 victory against Spal. Sampdoria is not really known for scoring a lot of goals, so 3-0
anymore. Yeah, last year they were a good team to watch. Now
this year they've been winning 1-0, tying a lot because they really do play a very defensive style, and you can't really blame Ranieri for that because their team isn't really attack oriented. They don't really have many attacking stars up there, so I think he's doing good with what he has. And Udinese tied Genoa 2-2. And getting on to the final match, Napoli-Roma. Daniel, if you start off this one.
Yeah, so I'm just going to give a GG, Enzo. Really well played second half. The first half, I think we can both agree. I don't know about you, but I can argue that I didn't like the way Napoli were playing in the first half. We were missing way too many chances. We gave the ball away too easily. We didn't defend really well, especially one attack that we're lucky that Pellegrini missed the net on that one. And for me, Napoli, they were horrible that first half. Not the worst, but it was just not settling as a fan to watch. Milik hit the bar, and then Callejon, all you had to do was just chest it in or whatever, and he heads it over the net. But the second half, I can argue that Napoli were the better side. It was a good, well-played match. Beautiful ball by Mario Rui to Callejon, who got the goal finally. And then the second goal with Mkhitaryan, nice run by Mkhitaryan from the halfway line. For me, I don't know what the Napoli defense were doing. I'm not a fan of when they back up. I know like they teach you to back up, but for me, I feel like if you put pressure on the guy and make him shoot or force him a shot, it could get deflected and go off for a corner, or he'll just scuff it. For me, it was a nice goal. I'll give Mkhitaryan a lot of credit. He's been really well. He's been doing really well for Roma, and he showed his class on that goal. And it was good to see Zaniolo come back after that horrific injury that he suffered against Juventus. Even though I'm not a Roma fan, I was happy to see him come back, especially as a young up-and-coming player for the Italian national team and just in the game of soccer. I'm happy to see him come back after that horrific injury. And then Insigne, wow, what a goal he scored. When I saw him cut in on his right, I was saying, don't shoot, because I know Insigne, and I'm going to say 60% of the time he does that, it goes over the net or it goes right to the goalie. But when he placed that into the top corner, I had no words to describe like what I just saw. It was a really well placed goal. Really well played game in the second half, especially for both sides. I would just like to give a quick shout out to the way Mario Rui played. I feel like he was one of our best players on the pitch. I even like the way Koulibaly played. He played really well, made some big tackles, and I just like the way even Fabio Ruiz played. He did have one mistake, a huge mistake that almost led to a goal, but overall, I feel like he had a really solid game, and hopefully this win sets momentum up towards the end of the season and also towards Champions League.
Yeah, so before I get into like the actual game and the ins and out of it, I just want to talk about Fonseca first off, because it seems to be the talk of Twitter and basically everywhere, Instagram as well. Everyone's kind of calling for his job, saying, "Oh, Fonseca needs to go. Fonseca this, Fonseca that." I think people are they're too in the moment, honestly. If you look at it, we lost to Milan. Okay, Milan, I gave like 90% blame to Fonseca because he got that entire starting lineup wrong. So I give to him whatever. The Udinese game, we can't really blame him. We had many suspensions, we had many injuries, and he didn't really have much to work with there. I still do believe we still should have gotten at least a draw out of that game, but I can't really blame Fonseca because he didn't have the players to really, I don't know, what's the word I want to use? Just implement the system he usually does. Fazio, he's terrible. And, to be honest, most of the mistakes and goals that are conceded by us are from individual mistakes, which Fonseca cannot control. If we want to get into the Napoli game, we had a full starting lineup. I know, Danny, you probably watched a couple Roma games like before today or yesterday.
Yeah.
And they did play better than usual. I really liked the new system we had. We put a 3 at the back, and you had Spinazzola and Zappacosta dropping back to make it a 5-man at times. I really liked the new system. I think it did well. And I think it really helped us be a little bit more secure at the back. The goals Napoli did score, the first one was Calcio put in. Fazio was at fault for that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking.
And it's a typical. It reminded me of the goal that they used to score under Sarri, where Callejon used to make that back post run, or either Insigne or Gulam or Rui would find them. It was just like a typical back post goal, and it's actually really hard to defend because sometimes, like if you cover that, then like it's really hard to defend because a lot of teams would like go from the offside trap, but then get that wrong. It's for me, I think Fazio was at fault because he was in a really poor position. And a lot of people were saying, oh, Paolupa should have saved that. In my opinion, it was, I don't know, it was kind of a hard shot to save. It was just right underneath the legs. And it's, as a goalie, sometimes it's hard to save it when it goes 5-0.
Yeah, and you know what, like honestly, like the ball should have never been there. So I can't blame Paulo Lopez. You should never put your goalie in that situation where a player has a shot from like 2 yards out, not even.
Yeah.
So I can't really blame him for that one. I think he got touched to it, so I was happy with that. But Fazio, he tends to do that a lot. I think a lot of our players do, including Kolarov, probably the biggest culprit. They usually lose track of what they're defending, and then they find themselves wide open, the opposition do, and they slot it away. So That was really annoying. But yeah, I can't blame Fonseca for that one. The second goal, like Danny said, was beautiful. I put my hands down. And to be honest, I know, like you said, you didn't expect it to go in. For some reason, I kind of knew it was going in. I don't know why. Just something told me it was going in. And to be honest, throughout the whole match, even after Mkhitaryan scored, I still knew we were going to lose. I don't know why. I didn't feel a win today. I don't know. I was happy with how the team played. I just never thought we were going to win this match. And for Roma fans to be complaining about losing to Napoli, who just won the Coppa Italia and are clearly the better team this season, I don't know why people are mad about that. It's not like we lost 4-1, 5-1 like I expected. We were in there, we fought, and we had a few chances. Pellegrini, like Danny said, I don't know how he missed that. Actually, no, I do know how he missed that because he always misses them. Pellegrini, the finishing ability is non-existent. The only really nice finish I've ever seen him have was against Fiorentina, where he slotted that away in the back post. That was a good finish. Other than that, Pellegrini's finishing ability is non-existent. Against Juve, he should have had 2 goals, and that's the reason we lost the match. So yeah, Pellegrini, people are finally starting to see the light now. I've always said that Pellegrini against the bigger teams, he really just doesn't do anything. He's a ghost. And another example is today. He was terrible, and he also got in an argument with Fonseca about positioning, and Fonseca took him out and brought Cristante on. Pellegrini was not playing defense, he was staying up. I don't know what position he was playing half the time.
Yeah, me neither. Like, apparently he was playing the deep role, but usually I saw him, like, sometimes I would see him, like, higher than, like, even Dzeko at one point. Like, I saw him. So I don't know what deep role that was, but.
Yeah, Pellegrini, and don't get me wrong, Pellegrini he has the quality, he just doesn't use it, and it's really annoying because sometimes he does too much, sometimes he does too little, and then the really easy things like making a 5-yard pass, which I don't know if you guys saw that play, but he couldn't complete a 5-yard pass, and just sometimes he does things that I don't think many players are capable of doing, like a Pirlo-esque pass, some pass, I don't know how he managed to do it, but he'll do it. And in the next game, he'll make a stupid mistake that I think
He won't know how to pass it, yeah.
Yeah, so he's too inconsistent. I'm not a Pellegrini hater. I hope he does well. He's on my team. I want him to play good. But I just don't see what other people see in him. He's too inconsistent, and it's kind of reminding me of Under, who needs to go as well. But yeah, overall, against Napoli, I was happy with the performance overall. The result doesn't really bother me too much because of the team we played. If we lost that to Sassuolo or someone like that, then I'd be a little bit more annoyed. But we did good, and I think Fonseca set up the team right. They played well, and Zaniolo, like you mentioned, Danny, made his return, and I was really focused on that the whole match. I found myself staring at the bench often. I kept looking to see if he's warming up or whatever. And when I heard the commentator say Zaniolo is coming on shortly, and I'm like, well, I don't see him. And then I saw the camera pan, and then he's coming on. I was so happy. I got a little bit emotional. I've been waiting for this day a long time now. And yeah, on my Twitter, I don't know if you guys have seen at @pure_Romanista. I've been doing a lot of tweets every day, 175 tweets from the day he got hurt to now. So I'm happy he's back, and I think he's exactly what we need. He came back at the perfect time. We're in a slump, and we need him more than ever. So I think it's good for him to get these 8 games under his belt and get ready for the Europa League, get his legs back under him. And when he came on, I think, Dan, you could probably agree he did well. He did.
Yeah, he did. Like, it's not like he was, they didn't give him the ball, he was invisible, like, he didn't know he came on. He made a few nice runs. There was one nice run that he got by Mario Rui easily, and Koulibaly. If it wasn't Koulibaly, I think the run would have been more dangerous. But Koulibaly made an absolutely nice play on him. For me, when I saw Zaniolo come in, and especially out of a 1-1 game, I said to because I was watching the game with my dad and my brother, I go, Dad, watch out for this kid because he's a special player, and he's gonna cause Napoli havoc. I wouldn't be surprised if he leads an assist and Roma end up winning 2-1. And once the game ended, my dad goes, Dad, you were right about the Zaniolo. You could tell he's a special player. He's got that quality. He's got the physical. He's physical. He looks more faster and more muscular now than he did before he got injured. So that's always good to see. And he's going to be a beast this season, I feel. He's going to help Roma wherever he plays, striker, whatever Fonseca wants to do with him. I feel like he'll do his role and he'll be a big factor for Roma.
Yeah, and the biggest thing I'm happy to see is after an ACL tear, the first thing I look at is the first step off the ball. and his looked, if not better than before. So I'm happy to see that. He clearly worked on his agility. He's stronger as well. And the only time he really lost the ball was against Koulibaly there, but he had two guys on him. So if he turned, he would have lost. He went straight, he would have lost.
Yeah.
Not really much you can
Cool. It's not like he's going
Yeah.
up against like a no name. It's Koulibaly, who's one of the best center backs in the world, and he did really well against them.
Yeah, he won the throwing too, so he did well. Yeah, that run against Mario Rui is fantastic. Do you remember Rui? I think he dribbled past another player or something, and then
Yeah, I think it was Rui and I want to say Zelensky, but I can't recall.
It might have been Zielinski or Lobotka, someone. And he put a nice ball into, I think it might have been, was Pellegrini still on? I can't remember. But he put a nice ball into someone. And, yeah, I was happy with how he played. He looked really good. And I'm excited for Padma because I feel like he may start that match. I'm not sure.
Even if he doesn't start, I still think he might. I don't think he's maybe a game away from starting, maybe like another substitute appearance. Even if he comes off the bench, say to start the second half or even in the 50th minute, I still think he could cause enough havoc for the Parma defense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he scores, honestly.
Yeah, and you can see, like, we have nobody else on the team that can, and, you know, not a lot of teams have someone like him who can take on 2, 3, 4, even 5 guys at once and get by them all. And, yeah, I'm happy to have him back. It's a huge loss. And, yeah, it was huge for us as a team. I'm happy to see him back. And, yeah, we'll go into our predictions, I guess, for next week. We'll go through all the matches, but the bigger ones. Actually, Lazio, I don't know the score, but I'll probably say like 3-1 Lazio.
I think Lazio will have a bounce back game, yeah. Especially, I feel bad for Lecce right now. I'm like picturing Lazio maybe winning like 4 or 5-0.
Yeah, so we're running the same boat there. Milan Juventus.
That's a good game.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Juve.
Yeah, I think Juve will get a win, maybe a 3-1 win.
Yeah, something like that. Roma Padma. I think we're gonna finally end our losing streak. We're gonna end it against Padma. Exciting game. I think we're gonna win this one 4-1.
Yeah, I could see a 3-1 win.
And
for Roma.
Also, Fiorentina Cagliari, I'll probably say. I'll say 2-1 Fiorentina.
You know what? This game is an interesting one as well. I think it's gonna be a 2-2 tie. Simeone will get both goals.
That's a good one. Genoa Napoli. I'm gonna say 2-0 Napoli.
For me, I feel like maybe I think a 2-0 victory is reasonable.
Yeah. Atalanta Sampdoria. I'm gonna say 4-0 Atalanta.
You know what? I think it's gonna be a 3-1 win for Atalanta.
Bologna Sassuolo. I'm gonna say Sassuolo will continue their good form and they're gonna win 2-1.
You know what? I think Bologna can continue the momentum off Inter, and I think it's gonna be a 2-1 victory for Bologna.
And we have Torino Brescia. I'm gonna say 2-0 Torino with 2 Belotti goals.
I'm gonna say 1-0 Brescia.
Ooh. And just the final 2 matches. Udinese, I'll say 3-1 Udinese.
I'm gonna say 2-0 Udinese.
Danny?
Yeah, 2-0 Udinese. I said.
Pardon, I just cut off for me.
2-0 Udinese.
Nothing Udinese.
Yeah.
Right, and Verona Milan or Inter Milan. I don't know why I said that. I read some Canadian English website. It's Inter. Verona Inter. I'm gonna say 2-1 Verona.
Yeah, you know what? I can see an upset. Maybe 1-0 Verona.
Yeah, I just feel like Verona's gonna win. They're a good team defensively as well. So yeah, 2-1 Verona. That wraps up our predictions. The past match day was really good. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the one coming up. Hey guys, sorry about that. It cut out at the end. I'm not sure what's going on with Skype today, but it cut out. We're just gonna say bye to you guys. Follow us on our social media at 6 Culture on both Instagram and Twitter. And Danny, anything else you want to say?
Just thank you guys for the support you've been giving us these recent weeks. Just continue to support the channel. We love doing this for you guys. We don't do it for us. We do it for you guys. We love interactions with you guys. And just thank you for all the support you guys give us every day.
Yeah, well said. Thank you guys for listening, and we're looking forward to speaking to you all again at the end of this match day. Ciao, ragazzi.
Ciao, guys.
I was nothing but loyal to you.